Ciao a tutti ragazzi e bentornati nuovamente sul canale Raistlin. Continuiamo con Alan Wake Remastered. Dai. Bene, si fa sempre più interessante. Siamo arrivati in un posto che sembra essere pieno zeppo di ombre assassine. E stiamo scappando. Scappiamo solo. Abbiamo un sacco di armi e abbiamo trovato lanciarazzi, fucile a pompa e vabbè, la pistola già ce l'avevamo. Io direi di incominciare subito questa nuovissima puntata di Alan Wake e vediamo che cosa succederà. Buona visione! Ok, stavamo qui, dobbiamo andare lì. Ma qui si spara fortissimo, guarda le munizioni che già stanno. A rup state? Chi è? Oh, oh io. Ah, questo è lui. Wow. Ha la faccia del Kaiser. Beh, che dire? Vabbè, sì. Chi è? Parkour. Mamma mia, ma si vedono questi. Vabbè, sì, ciao. Chi è? Quello è morto. Oddio, tra un po' moro pure io, però. Manco per niente.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
Ah, dai. Ora mi sento meglio. Sì, comunque c'è una rottura del bolso, ricarica il coso qui. Questi cosi penzolanti non sono molto interessanti. Chi è? Dai dei coffi. E dai. Il lanciarazzi, ragazzi, è qualcosa di spettacolare. Penso che quello me lo tengo per le grandi occasioni. Siamo arrivati?
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I
Dai.
first arrived with Alice. After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting, at least for a moment. The sane world reasserted itself.
Se lo dici tu. Bene, luce fu. Però qui c'è.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Hai capito? Staghi. Ok.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Però aspetta, prima di andare, io vorrei andare a vedere qui se c'è qualcosa di interessante. Sì, vedo qualcosa. Ah, ecco qua. Dai. Buono. Poi andiamo
I had to
qui.
get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
E stai sereno, molto ci porta alla stazione. Mi sa che là ci posso. Cioè, ci vado ma è troppo lontano. Sì, vabbè. Tanto questo non salta.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. I'll write. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness.
Già.
I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
Vabbè. Pa, pa, pa. Oh. C'è sta un telefono, ma non penso che funzionerà.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Allora c'è, vedete, mi ricordavo che c'era la polizia in questo gioco.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Non c'è niente.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! Now, she's missing. Alice? Alice? I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Posseduti. Certo, ogni tanto io potevano cambiare outfit a questo.
Honey, I'm home.
Ah, oh mazza, ma mi hanno sentito. Fantastico.
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Yeah.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Guarda fuori com'è incacchioso il tempo. Com'era stanotte qua da noi, oh. Ha fatta la bufera. Non de neve, ma di pioggia. Qui c'è un biglietto, qualcosa. Che cos'è? Non lo so. Andiamo a vedere nostra moglie come sta.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Ecco qua. Last night. No, 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 aspetta. Raccoglie prima la pagina qua del manoscritto.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Bene.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Che cosa devo esaminare? Ah, questo c'ha paura del buio, fammi andare a vedere.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Just get the lights back
Honey,
on.
it's a
now,
power outage.
please.
I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Hai preso la torcia.
Hi.
Hai.
You okay?
I'm sorry.
Che è?
It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
What is the
I know
candles?
it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Brightfall oggi.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Una bomba.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
La
Thanks.
moglie forse era già morta. Io mica me lo ricordo.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the
Pure
pain
un
gets
fish
any
qua
worse
sopra.
or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll
Interessante.
let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Questo c'ha sempre problemi con... Ma sta sempre da qualche... Guarda questo.
Thank you for
Vabbè.
testing the lights, Miss Weaver.
È matto dalla
Everything seems to be
situazione.
fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good.
You're welcome.
Later on to remind you, just in
Yeah,
case.
it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Invece era vera, ci aveva azzeccato.
Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right?
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Ah,
That was
shh.
Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town
Oh.
eccentric. She used
Oh.
to be the editor of the local newspaper.
Ah,
but
è
she's focused
scomparso.
on, other things
2007.
these days.
Mi sa che so i programmatori.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
Infatti
I'm
sì.
not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me, I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Sta là lo sceriffo.
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Sì, sì.
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake. I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell
Ah, ma
corridor.
poi uscì da qua.
Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
No, mi sa che non posso uscire da qua. Ah, ecco
Oh,
qui.
no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Yes.
I need it to be bright and hey!
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off. God knows I need my beauty sleep.
Sì, forse qua sopra.
Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even reports.
Che vuol dire? Devo andare là. Ho capito, come ci arrivo? Ah, qua. Ma che potenza. Herculea proprio.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Boo.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I
Sono
can't
venuto
talk
lì
now.
qua sopra.
What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
No, non devo salire qua sopra. Vabbè, come esco da qua? La luce.
There is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently
Mo faccio
caused
finta
on
una.
their recent.
Ah, me ne posso andare senza
Are
problemi.
you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Sì.
Take it easy.
E questo mo chi è? Giubbotto rosso. Wow.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
E questa?
Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Sì, hanno fatto meglio, mi sembra anche le motion capture dei volti, mi sembrano rifatti, so fighi. Fammi vedere qua in giro che ci sta. Wow, cappelli, chi è? Tirannosauro, no, Mammutone.
And, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Wait here.
Ah, quello sta là, no, aspetta, manda in
And she
giro.
was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high?
Here. Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, it could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality,
we just
you're
wait
buying
here.
yourself a
Ma quanto parli, coso, Barry, qua?
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Tutta sta roba che sbrilluccica, ma che è?
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Ok.
Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max.
Ok, quindi...
I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Posso andare? Grazie.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing... Listen, you
figo.
hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out.
Sta zitto. Ecco, boh, giustamente noi andiamo nella foresta quando? Quando cala la notte.
Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Barry, che
Just
c'hai?
be careful with the natives, Al.
Problemi?
These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Salute. Ah, abbazza, è cambiato molto. Luce accesa, luce spenta. Buono, sono sempre comodo. Andiamoci a fare un giro per la casa. La baita. La baita. Ma queste cose che sbrilluccicano mi danno un po' al cacchio. Sinceramente. Ah, ok, là c'è qualcosa dove potremmo andare. Oh. Coglio. Ah, vedi, a Yakuz. A Yakuzza. C'è pure un pozzo. Allora, qua non c'è niente, no? No, allora è di là. È già stanco? Mamma mia, oh che pippa al suo che sei, amico mio. Hai fatto 1 metro. Bravo, chiudi a chiave e lascia the light accesa.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Dai. Barry was terrorizzato.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
E certo. E guardate un po' che vi dico. Tatam! Bene ragazzi, figo, è cambiato pure la schermata. Ora c'è la luce finalmente. Se no sempre al buio e tempestoso anche basta. Abbiamo incontrato il nostro amico Barry e siamo andati dallo sceriffo. Non esiste ovviamente il faro, cioè non esiste più, esisteva ma poi dopo l'eruzione insomma è stato sommerso, quindi non capiamo bene qual è la differenza tra realtà e allucinazioni. E bene, mi piace ovviamente, come mi piacque anche all'epoca, molto molto figo. Rimanete sintonizzati per un prossimo episodio. Come sempre, se vi è piaciuto il video mettete un like e ricordatevi soprattutto di iscrivervi al mio canale Raistlin. Ciao e alla prossima!